VEDA day 9. Yeah, I know, it might not be morning for you all, but it's still morning for me. So little person has been taken to her clay camp. So they're gonna do creations with clay and glaze them and throw them in the kiln and all that really fun stuff. She's gonna be doing that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week. And yes, today is Monday, April the 8th. And I'm actually doing VEDA for day 9. So this will be VEDA number 9. So I decided, because I am a fly by the seat of my pants girl, and I let the weekend go by, and I haven't planned for this week yet. Imagine that. Oh, I'm such a slacker. I really am sometimes. But I work really well under pressure. That may sound really strange, but I do. I work better under pressure. Like with my quarterly report. Yeah. I did it the day before it was due. Actually, that's better because last quarter I did it the day it was due and emailed it. But anyways, you shouldn't follow what I do. Don't do what I say, or don't do what I do. Just, I don't know. Just don't do what I do. Okay, so I thought maybe you all would like to come along for this ride of me working through and planning for this week. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are going to be a little bit on the lighter side, especially today because camp for her today is like 3 hours. And it kind of lessens as the week goes on because there's less for them to do. Today's the big creation day, and then Wednesday is going to be their glazing and whatever. And then I think Friday is mostly like just showing parents what they've done and picking up their creations. I can't wait to see what she makes. I think this is going to be so much fun. And I'm going to take you along for the ride. So make sure that you stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And hit that notification bell and you'll be notified when I upload that video, because I'm going to be kind of vlogging it or whatever as we go along. Not that they really will let me in to record, but we'll like say hi every morning, and maybe like when she gets out, I'll ask her how it was and how she liked it and that kind of thing. Okay, so I was going to take you along for the ride as I was planning. But you know what? It was like 18 minutes later and I wasn't done yet. And I was like, oh no. And that meant a lot of editing and all that other stuff. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview. I mean, if you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. I will be happy to answer questions, or if you want me to explain to you like more how I, came to the decisions on what I did or whatever, any kind of questions, I am more than happy to answer. I just didn't want this video to be like, 30 minutes long or whatever. So as you know, as I said earlier, my granddaughter is actually at clay camp. So I went ahead and I wrote it up here that she's going to be at clay camp Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We are on week number 34. So anyways, today's Monday, April 8th. And as you can see, very late load today because clay camp is 3 hours. Little chick's going to get done and she's going to want lunch, and then she's going to be tired and probably not really up to doing school. So normally, I would have all of our boxes filled, but not today. So we're going to do math. Math is really important. I try to make sure that's one of those subjects that we do every single day. The plan is for this summer is that we are going to do some type of reading and math every day so that she doesn't lose any skills over the summer even. So Matthew C, page 381 to 382. And then, I just move up pages as I'm going through the week. On Wednesday will be the beginning of a new lesson. So that's why you see DVD up here with little asterisks next to it. And I do that not so much for myself, but for Poppy, because if Poppy is doing homeschool, I need to make sure that I write the book and exactly what we are doing, because just he will forget or whatever. So then as you see, we go through the rest of the week here again, right on through to Friday. So even though Friday, she also has Camp Friday, but I have the day filled on Friday because it's only an hour. Basically, I think what the plan is that they are going to just be picking up their projects and showing us that kind of thing. So we shouldn't be there very long. So then we move down to spelling and writing. I use Spelling UC for spelling and writing. There's lots of writing involved, spelling involved. I feel like it just kills two birds with one stone. There's no reason for me to use a separate writing curriculum. So again, no spelling on Monday. We'll do it tomorrow. We're on page 160. Nothing on Wednesday for spelling. And then again, we will do it on Thursday and Friday. So then when you move on to language arts, down here, language arts, sorry. We are using Explode the Code, which she absolutely loves. We're on book 2, I believe. Yes, book 2. So no Explode the Code today. We'll do page 60 tomorrow. Nothing on Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, once again, it's page 61, page 62. And as you know, those books aren't very big. We'll probably end up finishing that fairly soon. So then we're going to move on to reading. The curriculum that we use regularly is All About Reading. She recently moved on to level 2 in All About Reading, which was a really big deal for us. She struggled at the beginning with reading immensely. And now all of a sudden it really has clicked. She actually wants to read other things and try to read, because we do read alouds every night. We read several books, and they're not, not even picture books. They're like little novels or whatever. And she just absolutely loves that time, and she likes to try to read some of it too. So anyways, we use All About Reading. But today, because of it being a shortened day, I have this Master Skills book. So we're just going to do a couple of pages in that Reading 1 Master Skills book, kind of reinforces some of her skills. And then we will go ahead on to All About Reading. Like I explained before, I put the book that I'm using for myself, but also for Poppy, in case he's doing the teaching. The teacher's manual, what pages we will be using in the teacher's manual, and what pages we will be doing in the activity book. And if she is doing any reading out of her reader, if that's part of that lesson, then that would also be written in here too. Wednesday, we will be doing the Reading 1, that comprehensive little book that I have. And then we will move on to Thursday. Again, the teacher's manual, the activity page numbers. Friday, same thing, teacher's manual pages, activity pages, and she will actually be finishing a lesson on Friday. So when she finishes a lesson in All About Reading, she gets to mark her progress. It's a whole sheet, and I recently showed what the sheet looked like. I'll try to remember to link the video. And so she gets to mark the progress. She gets the sticker and she gets to mark it. And it's really exciting for her because as she goes through each lesson, she gets to see how much closer she is to finishing her All About Reading. It was so exciting for her to receive her little, kind of like her little diploma for finishing All About Reading. So the next thing is, as you can see here on the side, I have 3 subjects here: music, Bible, and art. I don't know. I decided to lump them all together. We do Bible every day of some shape or form, and we also do a devotional at night before bed. So we are working through Indescribable. It is 100 devotions it includes science. Anyways, it's an absolutely amazing book. I know I've shown it on my channel several times. I highly recommend it, especially if your child loves science like mine does. So Indescribable we do on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Just put the page numbers. Then we also are using Christian Light Education's Bible. So it comes with several books, like you would, I guess they're called like light units or whatever. And so we're on light unit book number 4. So it's Bible 1, book 4, lesson 6. The workbook pages that will be going along with the lesson, along with the teacher's manual pages. On Wednesday, I've decided we're going to go ahead and we'll do music, and I'm using Christian Light Education for music also. we're in the test portion of the book. I don't test. So it's not that she's getting graded on it or anything, but the page numbers switched up because it's a test section of the book. So that's why it says page 4 test for Poppy's benefit. And yeah. And then same thing, like I said before. So it would be Thursday, and then Friday would be Indescribable. And then Friday, I have decided that we're going to do art on Friday. And I kind of move art around at will as I do music, depending on what kind of week we're having and wherever I can fit it in. And we have this little I Can Draw book, and she's going to be learning how to draw hippos. And she really, really loves that book. So then we go back over here again, back to Monday, and we'll go to the History and Geography tab. Normally, I would be doing history 3 days a week. We use Beautiful Feet, Early American History. We are not going to be doing it 3 days this week because there's a time constraint. So that's not going to happen. So no history or geography today. We'll do Beautiful Feet tomorrow. We're on lesson 43, which is on page 16. And we've decided that we are only I decided when I purchased the curriculum that we are only going to do half of the curriculum for first grade and then the other half for second grade. So we need to get to lesson 59 to be done. So-called done for first grade for history. And then we use Geography, Learn and Explore for our geography. And we're on page like 37 of that. So then again, on Thursday, we'll be back to Beautiful Feet. On Friday, we also, when you start digging through your stuff, I found this workbook that I had gotten at Target, United States Land of the Free, and it's a geography workbook of the United States. It's really cool. It goes through every single state, and it gives all kinds of like little tidbits of information that, and whatnot. And so I also have a map over here on my wall to the left of me where when we get done looking at that particular state, we go over and she shows me where it is on the map. If that is something that you would like to take a better look at, I could make a video on that also. So last but not least, at the very bottom is Health and Science. We are using Sassafras Science. We absolutely love it. It's the zoology. We are also making changes in that area, and I will be doing some videos here in the near future showing you the curriculum that we will be using for science for second grade. We will not be doing any. So normally we do science Tuesdays and Thursdays anyways, so there's really no shift or anything was not really needed to be changed for this week because of her camp. So Tuesday and Thursday. And then on Friday, and this is another course that wherever it fits, and I feel like Friday is a good day for this week. So Health, Safety, and Manners. I just have the reader portion of this Abeka book, and that's what we have been using for health, which is a requirement in New York State. So yeah, there you have it. Just like a quick overview. And then up here, what I do is I write in the read alouds that we are currently reading, and it's Jesus Calling, and that's our devotional that we've been doing at night with her, the Whatever After Fairest of All, and then Judy Moody, Girl Detective. And these are just books that she loves because I just want her to love reading. I feel as though she gets plenty of read aloud time between our Sassafras Science, which is story-based, and our Beautiful Feet Early American History, which is also literature-based. So it's just an awesome way to kind of like tie everything together. And sometimes we do our read alouds to tie in with history or whatever too. Not saying that we don't, but since our fun reading happens before bedtime, and we literally will read, we read chapters. Sometimes we'll have as many as 4 books going at the same time. So reading for us can last up to an hour in the evening time because, depending on what book is her favorite at the moment, she just gets sucked in and wants to hear more. Okay, you all, that's a wrap of my planning, and it still ended up being kind of longer than I wanted it to be, even doing it that way. So I apologize. It's part of VEDA, and I'm like trying to make it so I don't lose you all because I know sometimes people don't want to listen to really long videos, especially when you're listening to somebody every single day. But I hope that this is a blessing to you. Like I said before, if you have any questions, please make sure to ask me in the comments. You can even send me an email. I would be happy to answer any emails that you would wish to send me. And that's all. Please make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to keep up to date on my videos. And I will talk to you tomorrow. God bless.